A lot of people have been wondering about my new fitness journey and what I've been doing, and I've been really open about me being on GLP-1.
Everything you heard about Ozempic is a lie, and that's why every time we listen to an Ozempic story, something just feels off.
There's the new Hollywood face that is very chiseled, kind of gaunt.
There is a part of this drug that celebrities are not telling you. And honestly, when I found out the truth, it made me uncomfortable and also sick to my stomach. So I kept digging, and the more I looked into it, the more I realized we're not getting the whole story. What I uncovered will make you question every transformation you've ever seen. Let me walk you through what I found because it changes everything. When people stopped asking questions. Whenever we hear stories of Ozempic and people who have used it, it feels like there are two sides to the coin. One is of people who have used it and it works for them, while the other is of people who have used it and it almost cost them their lives.
More than 1,800 lawsuits have been filed over adverse side effects, with the liability estimated at more than $2 billion.
And honestly, I have always been conflicted on which story I should actually believe because both felt so real. Take Vanessa Williams, for example. She once stood on the cover of Hello magazine, and at 62, she was still looking so radiant. But she never for once hid what helped her look so good. During a podcast, she told her fans that for 2 years, she has been taking Manjaro to manage her weight gain during menopause. The former Miss America called the drug a game changer. But the part that most people usually miss is where she said that she actually paired this drug with hormone replacement therapy, NAD plus injections, and even specialized facials. So with all these added treatments, can we safely say that just the Ozempic helped her lose weight? I don't think so, because she described it as biohacking, which is a whole system, rather than the result of just one injection. And that is the part most people don't like talking about. Because there are a lot of stories like that of Serena Williams, where the additional help is not mentioned. Yes, Serena Williams, who has been considered one of the greatest athletes of all time, told Today that after she had her second daughter, she could not lose the excess weight. And she tried everything.
After having the second kid, I was never able to be at a healthy weight that I could be at, whether it was my joints or blood sugar levels. It was just always something that I suffered with.
From running to walking for hours to even playing professional tennis, but none of it actually worked till she tried Zepbound and lost 31 pounds.
So eventually I just, I saw my friends using it, I saw a lot of people on it, and I tried it, and it actually worked.
But she did not make any mention of additional support like trainers or nutritionists. And this made people wonder if the drug was really doing all the work, or if there was something else happening that we're just not seeing. What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments section. But this is where things start to get complicated, because Candy Burruss once told Page Six's Virtual Reality podcast something that came as a massive surprise to me. According to her, she had once tried Ozempic after she saw how well it helped her friend lose weight. But when she took it, it didn't work.
And I saw so many people that were trying it and they was losing weight. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this. And I didn't lose any weight.
The drug, which is known for curbing appetite, did nothing to hers. As a matter of fact, she was even eating full meals, appetizers, and even dessert, and she did not lose a single pound. But unfortunately, the drug left her with a terrible emotional toll. It made her feel depressed, especially when she would watch it work for others. And every time she saw it, she always questioned what was wrong with her.
The sad thing about it is when you see it work for other people and it doesn't work for you, it makes you depressed. Realistically, it makes you feel like, what is wrong with me? Why is it not working for me?
Until now, I can't get those words out of my head because she was more worried about what was wrong with her than what was wrong with the drug. And that is what happens when something works for others and not you. The drugs and even the people around who it works for make people, both celebrities and everyone else, feel like they are not important, or they have a problem that makes them look down on themselves. But not everyone internalizes it that way. For example, Kendra Wilkinson, who once tried it and threw it away, saying that she is actually okay with the bit of weight gain and has heard too many horror stories. She chose happiness and mental health over the pressure to be thin again. But not everyone has that strength. So when the drug doesn't work, they spiral and think they're broken, not realizing that most celebrities are using an entire support system alongside the medication. Take Lizzo, for example. During the Just Trish podcast, she actually admitted to using Ozempic, but she also stressed that what really worked for her was calorie control and also switching from a vegan diet to whole foods.
I've tried everything. It's just the science for me, calories in versus calories out. Ozempic works because you eat less food.
She even said that Ozempic works by making you eat less, but if you can manage that on your own through discipline, it's the same result. This is the part that confused me for the longest time. But once I understood how these drugs actually work, everything started making sense. Scientifically speaking, the GLP-1 medications like Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro work by mimicking a hormone your gut naturally produces after you eat.
The thing is, taking smaller amounts of drugs like Ozempic for weight loss is not something that has been rigorously studied.
What they do is slow down how fast food leaves your stomach, what doctors call gastric emptying, and send signals to your brain that you're full. They also help regulate blood sugar by triggering insulin release when it's needed. But let's look at what they don't do. They do not magically burn fat from your body. They don't even reset your metabolism or tighten your skin. The only thing these drugs do is make you less hungry. And we all know that when we are less hungry, we eat less and over time lose weight. But the part that always gets lost in translation is that this medication works best when it's paired with lifestyle changes. I'm talking about things like diet planning, regular exercise, quality sleep, stress management, and, in most cases, professional medical guidance to monitor side effects like nausea, fatigue, and digestive issues. Think about that for a second. The drug will reduce your appetite, but what you actually eat still matters. How you move your body still matters. It's safe to say that the medication is the spark, but the rest of the work, that's still on you. And that's what frustrated me. Because if this is how it actually works, then why aren't celebrities saying that? Why let people think it's just the injection doing all the work? Here's what I think is happening. Whenever we see a before and after photo where the headline reads, "Celebrity sheds 30 pounds in 3 months," the next thing that happens is that the comment section will explode. Sometimes with speculation, other times with admiration, but it is most likely that such a post will go viral. And when it does, most people immediately assume that it's just an injection. But most of the time, we don't see the nutritionist who designed protein-first meals to help preserve the muscle while appetite drops. We don't see the personal trainers whose work is to keep the bones strong and posture perfect during those rapid weight changes. We don't even see the dermatologists and cosmetic doctors who always address what rapid fat loss leaves behind, like the hollowed cheeks, the sagging skin, and what the internet now calls Ozempic face. But do these people exist? Yes, but you won't see them in those glamorous pictures. And that's because most media outlets will just show you the finish line rather than the day-to-day reality, and that bothers me. So here is the honest truth. Those celebrity posts that you usually see on Instagram are curated moments. They are not showing you everything, like the mental efforts it takes to stay consistent when the medication keeps making you nauseous, and they are definitely not showing you the professional teams working behind the scenes or the thousands of dollars they spend on trainers, chefs, and medical supervision. But thankfully, one Australian fitness expert took the time to break down the whole cost, and my eyes widened when I first saw it. You see, personal trainers charge between $80 to $150 per session, and celebrities typically train 5 to 6 days a week. That's $2,400 to $4,500 per month just for training. Add a private nutritionist at $150 to $300 per weekly check-in, and you're looking at another $600 to $1,200 monthly. Many also hire private chefs to prepare all their meals, and that's $3,000 to $8,000 per month, depending on complexity. When you add it all up, celebrities can easily spend $6,000 to $15,000 per month on their weight loss ecosystem. That level of investment removes obstacles because obviously you can't skip a workout when someone's waiting for you. And it is next to impossible to make poor food choices when healthy meals are already prepared. But that's not even the whole picture because there's a darker side to this, something that happens after the weight comes off. And unless you're earning millions, you probably can't afford to fix it. Now, according to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, the number of facelifts performed in the US jumped 8% between 2022 and 2023. The use of hyaluronic acid fillers doubled from 2.6 million in 2017, which was the year Ozempic was first cleared for diabetes, to over 5.2 million in 2023. But oh, it gets worse, and I gasped when I heard this part. According to Dr. Paul Jared Frank, a celebrity cosmetic dermatologist in New York, about 20% of his patients now use GLP-1s as part of what he calls their longevity regimen. But after their weight loss, they do go around seeking dermal fillers just to restore facial volume, facelifts, and fat transfers. Think about that. You spend thousands on the medication, lose the weight, and then you have to spend thousands more fixing what the weight loss damaged. But you'll never see that part in the Instagram caption. That's the hidden cost no one talks about. And that's precisely why the outcomes are so misleading. Because the drug does work, but there is a hidden army behind every transformation. We have the personal chefs whose work is to design protein-first meals to help preserve muscle mass, because while GLP-1s make you eat less, if you mistakenly eat the wrong things, you will lose your muscle along with the fat, and that is just scary. And then we have the personal trainers to ensure the body doesn't deteriorate, and the aesthetic treatments to help with the Ozempic face, and we even have concierge doctors who monitor side effects and constantly run blood work. But unfortunately, this side of Ozempic isn't talked about a lot. And when people see the before and after pictures, they assume that one injection magically leads to that result, when that is not the truth. At this point, we can both conclude that wealth doesn't just buy results, it also buys the perfect narrative. It buys the ability to make the transformation look effortless when it's anything but. What do you think? I would love to hear your opinions in the comments section. And if this video made you think differently, hit that subscribe button.